Tonight, in part 2 of a special election Eye on Chicago, how do kids learn about voting?
Our Saavedra visited a school in north suburban Evanston, and she found some fourth graders who may have some lessons for all of us.
These young voters were so excited to learn about the process firsthand, and their teachers set it all up in the most creative way.
Inside Evanston's Lincoln Elementary, these fourth graders are about to participate in the most important election of their lives.
I really learned a lot from this that I did not know before.
That they can vote in, anyway.
It is important to inform what we're going to decide to who to vote for, right? And educate ourselves so that you know that our vote really does count and really does matter.
It's a lesson in democracy, planned by Kevin Familara.
Being a voter myself, wanted to go through the process of voting and what you really need to do to vote.
But instead of candidates, something more kid-friendly. This class is voting on their favorite museum in Chicago. There were several days of research, making campaign signs, and crafting the perfect pitches to voters.
The representatives from the Chicago Children's Museum to come on up and give out your speech.
From the CCM.
The castle exhibit has everything, like a king, a queen, and you can also build your own sword.
To the MSI.
The Museum of Science and Industry is the best museum.
The Shed.
For animals such as sea otters, beluga whales, California sea lions, and finally the Pacific white-sided dolphin.
And finally, the Field.
In conclusion, you should vote for the new museum as president.
After some reflection, it was time to fill that ballot box.
Make sure that only you and only you can see who you are voting for.
And make their voices heard.
Orange and blue delegates, please come on up. Thank you for voting.
With a button to prove it.
Thank you for voting.
Before counting the ballots, we heard how much of an impact this exercise made.
I learned that voting is really, really important because without a president, life would be chaos.
And how to pick the issues to get voters on your side.
You want to put the ones most people talk about and most people like, because most of the people will vote for you.
The Children's Museum did have a great speech, so I was considering voting for them, but the Field Museum is unstoppable.
But mostly the big meaning that's behind each ballot.
Even though you say, I don't think my voice will be heard, it will. Every vote is helping history.
So no matter who wins, any of these four would be great representatives. All right, let's go ahead and do the count here, y'all.
So back to the history at hand.
Right.
As their teacher tallied, there was polite applause across party lines.
Chicago Children's Museum.
For what ended up being a razor-thin race.
And the winner, by one vote, is the Shed Aquarium.
It's enthusiasm like that that can make elections great.
It's so important to me to get them involved and wanting to learn, something that is their civic duty when they become of age. All of these things matter because they directly affect you.
Let's hope they are just as excited to vote in another 8 or so years.
Mr. Familara told us the students are learning another important lesson, how to respectfully disagree, which is something we could all keep in mind. I'm Saavedra, CBS News, Chicago.
What a great story. So here's some perspective, too. Many of these young people will cast their first vote for U.S. president in the year 2036.
Start 'em young.
That's it. From the mouths of babes.
Right. Give wisdom there.
Right.